Sai Ram children. So, in this class we will discuss about the polysaccharides and importance of carbohydrates. So, before going to the point, we will just revise what and all we discussed in the last class. In last class we have discussed about the structure of fructose and about disaccharides. Some important disaccharides we have discussed, those are, first one is the sucrose and maltose and lactose. We have discussed about the even the Haworth structure of each one. Okay. And in this class we will discuss about the polysaccharides and importance of carbohydrates. What is mean by polysaccharides? So, polysaccharides contain a large number of monosaccharides units joined together by glycosidic linkages. Polysaccharides are found in nature. They act as the food storage or structural materials. The most important polysaccharides are starch, cellulose and glycogen. So, here polysaccharides means what? Poly means many, we know, okay, saccharides means monosaccharides. So, here the polysaccharides means when we hydrolyze, more than 10 monosaccharides units will form here. Okay. For example, starch is a polysaccharide, cellulose is a polysaccharide and glycogen. Here there are three main polysaccharides we will discuss in this class. We know, all of you heard these all three names, very familiar names, starch and cellulose and glycogen. So, we will discuss one by one in detail. So, first one is a starch. So, starch means it is a main storage polysaccharide of plants. It is the most important dietary source for human beings. It is present in the cereals, roots and tubers and some vegetables also. And starch is a polymer of alpha glucose and consists of two components, that is amylose and amylopectin. So, here what is amylose and what is amylopectin? There are two forms are there, right? In starch there are two parts. So, amylose and amylopectin. So, it is present in the cereals, roots and tubers and in some vegetables. Those are sources of starch. Okay. Now, what is amylose and what is amylopectin? So, amylose is a water soluble component, amylopectin is insoluble in water. And amylose consists 15 to 20% of starch and amylopectin consists 80 to 80% of starch. And amylose chemically, amylose is a long unbranched chain with 200 to 1000 alpha D glucose units held by C1 C4 glycosidic linkage. And amylopectin it is a branched chain polymer of alpha D glucose units in which chain is formed by C1 C4 glycosidic linkage, whereas branching occurs by C1 C4 glycosidic linkage. So, see here the amylose is a soluble in water, okay, amylopectin is a insoluble, okay, right, and amylose it is a chain, okay, branches the link between C1 to C4. Here C1 to C4 is also linked and even the branches between C1 to C6. Okay, it is very important. Even in examination also they will ask what is amylose and what is amylopectin, the difference between amylose and amylopectin. Okay. Now, we will see the structure of amylose. So, you can see the structure here. It is the combination of alpha D glucose. All of you know the structure of the alpha D glucose. Just see there is a glycosidic link, that is alpha link between the alpha D glucose here. So, it is very important to know the structure of the amylose. So, next one is the amylopectin structure. So, see here it is also the combination of alpha D glucose, but the branch between the C1 of the alpha D glucose and C6 of the alpha D glucose of the next chain. Okay, this is the structure of the amylopectin. So, next concept is cellulose. So, what is mean by cellulose here? Okay. Cellulose occurs exclusively in plant and it is the most abundant organic substance in plant kingdom. It is a predominant constituent of cell wall of plant cells. Cellulose is a straight chain polysaccharides composed only of beta D glucose units which are joined by glycosidic linkage between C1 of the one glucose unit and C4 of the next glucose unit. Okay, you can see the structure, it is the beta D glucose, okay, whole cellulose structure. See, it is very important, cellulose is present in the plant, okay, and you know paper which we use to write, the paper is also made up of cellulose, and that paper how we will find, will by the plant, okay, and the structure here beta D glucose, okay, beta, the whole cellulose structure made up of beta D glucose, and all beta D glucose linked together by glycosidic linkage, okay. It is also called as polymers, okay. We will study about the cellulose in the next chapter, that is a polymers. Cellulose is also polymer, even starch is also polymer, okay. And next one we will study about the glycogen. So glycogen means the carbohydrates are stored in animals body as glycogen. It is also known as animal starch. It is present in liver, muscles and brain. When the body needs glucose, enzymes break the glycogen down to glucose, and glycogen is also found in yeast and fungi. So here glycogen is very important to know about the glycogen. So in biology we will use this word many times. Glycogen, it is stored in our body, okay. Glycogen, it is stored in our body as glycogen, okay. So when we do fasting, suppose if you doesn't have any food in one day, whatever the glycogen stored in our body, it will break by enzyme as glucose. The glycogen breaks by enzyme and it will give you glucose, and we know glucose is very essential for our body. It means to know the glycogen is very essential because it is stored in our body as a glycogen. When we are in fasting, if it doesn't have energy, the whatever the stored glycogen is there and is break down into glucose, then you will get the energy. Okay, this is all about starch, cellulose and glycogen. So now we will just discuss about the importance of carbohydrates. So importance of carbohydrates, there are so many importance are there. The carbohydrates are essential for life in both plants and animals. Carbohydrates form a major portion of our food. We know without carbohydrates we cannot live. Honey has been used for long time as an instant source of energy by Veds in Ayurvedic system of medicine. So you know honey is how much it gives, you know, energy, and it is very important as a energy source. So carbohydrates are used as a storage molecule as a starch in plants and even glycogen in animals. So cell wall of bacteria and plants is made up of cellulose also, that we already discussed. And next one is carbohydrates. We know we build a furniture etc. from cellulose in the form of wood and clothe ourselves with cellulose in the form of cotton fiber. They provide raw materials for many important industries like textiles, paper, lacquers and breweries. These all made up of cellulose which we get from the wood. And two aldopentose, namely D-ribose and 2-deoxy-D-ribose are present in nucleic acids. These are, again we will discuss these two names in the nucleic acids. We know nucleic acids are very important for our body. So carbohydrates are found in biosystem in combination with many proteins and lipids. So it is all about the importance of carbohydrates. The carbohydrates is very essential for our body. So till now we have discussed about the the carbohydrates whole, right? So now you just take a assignment for this concept about carbohydrates. The questions are, write the Haworth structure of the monomer in cellulose. So, you have to find out which monomer is present in the cellulose and write the Haworth structure of that. Which one is present in cellulose? That is alpha D glucose. You have to write the structure of the alpha D glucose. So, next one is what are reducing sugars? Is sucrose is a reducing sugar? Give reason. So, you have to give reason what are the reducing sugar, you have to explain and you have to find out whether sucrose is a reducing sugar or non-reducing sugar, okay, and give reason for that. And third question is write the Haworth structure of sucrose and maltose. Write the Haworth structure of the sucrose and maltose. And fourth question is which carbohydrates is called invert sugar. Okay, you have to find out which one is called as a invert sugar. And write the difference between amylose and amylopectin. These are the 5 questions. So, all of you write the answer for those 5 questions. So, we will discuss in next class about proteins. Thank you. Sai Ram.